This is Marcel Brown bringing you some technology history for December 24th through 26th. December 24th, 1994, 7 years after introducing the GIF format, during which it became a de facto standard because of its efficient compression algorithm, CompuServe reaches a licensing agreement with Unisys over the use of the patented LZW method in the GIF specification. CompuServe was not aware of the patent when it used the LZW technique in 1987, and Unisys was not aware that LZW was used in the GIF format until 1993. By the time the settlement was reached, the use of the GIF format had become widespread on the early World Wide Web. During the announcement of the licensing agreement with CompuServe, Unisys made it known that they expected all commercial services or software that used the GIF format or the LZW method to pay licensing fees. While the arrangement would likely not have affected anyone who used GIF graphics on their websites, the announcement was generally met with outrage. Many people and organizations criticized Unisys for attempting to collect licensing fees on a format that was commonly considered to be freely available. The most famous condemnation was the Burn All GIFs campaign by the League for Programming Freedom. The uproar over the GIF licensing arrangement led to the development of the patent-free PNG format. The LZW patent expired worldwide during 2003 and 2004, so the GIF file format is now completely free to use. December 25th, 1990. Merry Christmas, everyone. Tim Berners-Lee, a British scientist working at the European Organization for Nuclear Research, otherwise known as CERN, along with his associate Robert Kaliau, were operating the first web server info.cern.ch and first web browser/editor, World Wide Web, which were reportedly able to communicate over the internet by this date. Running on a pair of Next workstations, the exact date that everything was truly functioning for the first time is lost to history, but according to Berners-Lee, it was functional by the time the Christmas holiday came around that year. Interestingly enough, Berners-Lee and his wife were also expecting their first child due on Christmas Eve. The baby was not born until New Year's Day, however. Regardless, in essence, Tim Berners-Lee fathered 2 babies during the 1990 holiday season. December 26th, 1982. Time magazine awards its Man of the Year award to the personal computer, calling it Machine of the Year, the first non-human to receive the award since its creation in 1927. Describing the personal computer as 1982's greatest influence for good or evil, the article titled "The Computer Moves In" recognizes that the capabilities of the personal computer can be multiplied almost indefinitely by connecting it to a network of other computers, which can be used to access electronic database or send electronic mail. The article stated that 80% of Americans expected that in the fairly near future, home computers will be as commonplace as television sets or dishwashers. Beating out other candidates such as Ronald Reagan, Margaret Thatcher, and Steve Jobs, Time stated, "There are some occasions, though, when the most significant force in a year's news is not a single individual but a process, and a widespread recognition by a whole society that this process is changing the course of all other processes. That is why, after weighing the ebb and flow of events around the world, Time has decided that 1982 is the year of the computer." 724,000 personal computers were sold in 1980. And this figure doubled in both 1981 and 1982. Certainly, those who were paying attention at the time recognize that the personal computer was transforming society. That's your technology history for today. For more, tune in tomorrow and visit my website, thisdayintechhistory.com.